Hello friends, we are here today in Revelation chapter 20. Now what's happening in this chapter, is dealing with something that we call the millennial kingdom. Now there's different views in the millennial kingdom. One is called premillennialism, one is called postmillennialism, and one is called amillennialism. The way I've always seen it is the premillennial view. And I think that is the predominant view within evangelicalism today. That is to say that the millennial kingdom is something that's going to happen after the Great Tribulation. The postmillennials, they believe that in some way the millennial kingdom has already happened. And then there's the amillennials, and they believe that this millennialism, this millennial kingdom, is really more of a symbol of something else. I'm not going to go into that. Maybe someday I will, because it's interesting, and I know a lot of people that I respect believe in amillennialism. But today we're going to talk about premillennialism. It says that God is going to take the dragon, the devil, and he's going to put him into a pit for 1,000 years. And during that 1,000 years, he and the saints that were there during the Great Tribulation are going to be raised up in what is called the first resurrection. That is, it's going to be a partial resurrection of people back on the earth. And those saints are going to rule with Jesus on earth for 1,000 years. What I think is interesting about this is that I've often wondered, why doesn't God make himself so plainly evident that everybody in the world would say, of course God exists. There's no debate. Yet, we look around today and many people don't believe in God. And very many people are not religious. Only the people that really seek God are the ones who find him. And he reveals himself to some people, but he doesn't reveal himself to the whole world. I believe I know why God does that. Because he's wanting people to seek him. He's wanting people to find him. He's wanting to find the people that really love him. But we have during the millennial kingdom is God is doing that. Everybody knows God is there. They can see him. And he has his kingdom, and it's ruling the whole world. And it's a wonderful, wonderful place. I should say it's a wonderful time. And yet, people rise up and rebel against God. And so they're all going to come together. They call it Gog and Magog. Now, Gog and Magog were the names of a ruler and a place that he ruled back in the book of Ezekiel. But here, it's used to symbolize the army that's going to go after the millennial kingdom. It's going to go after the leadership of the millennial kingdom. And as soon as they come in, God's going to take them out with fire. After that, there's going to be a judgment. And there's going to be, the second resurrection, where everybody else is going to be resurrected. And there's going to be books saying everything that everybody has done wrong. And then there's going to be a book of life. Now, if you're a believer, you won't be in the first books, but you will be in the second book. You're in the book of life, which means that you won't get the harsh judgment. You won't be thrown into the lake of fire. I think it's important to look at this lake of fire too. There are many symbols in this book. And when I see a lake of fire, I see a lake of fire. But I don't know. Other places in the Bible, when it talks about hell, it uses the phrase outer darkness. And we don't know really what either of these things mean. The reason I bring it up is because I know many people who turn from Christianity because they don't think that hell is fair. However, there's no real way of knowing what hell is or what it's going to be like. And we know that whatever God does, it is his justice. It's not really a reason to disbelieve in God or Christianity. In fact, it is a reason that some people are attracted to it, because they know that there is justice in this world. But what it really comes down to is that we believe that God is just and good. And if you believe that, then you can know that someday when you find out exactly what this is talking about, you will say, yes, this is just, this is good. And another thing about it is that the people that do go into this lake of fire, they're people that choose it, that they choose to rebel against God. So anyways, that is Revelation chapter 20. Have a great day.